Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and I'm standing outside a house flip we're working on and making some progress on. And we found some really interesting and cool stuff in this house, some things I've never seen before. So we'll show you those and the progress we've made and what our plans are for it. And of course, check out investformore.com for much more information on our flips, rentals, being an agent, and all of that. And we love the likes and comments, so keep those coming. And let's look at the house. This is a house we bought a couple months ago and is direct from the seller, thanks to their real estate agent who had sold one of our other flips, and she asked us if we were interested in buying this one, and we did end up buying it for $230,000. I talked much more about that in the first video where I show the property and what it looked like right after we bought it. But we are getting to work on it. This floor right here was tile before. Really slippery tile. So we took that out. We'll redo it. And this too, if you could see it from the outside, is an addition, which is really weird why they would do just like a 6-7 foot addition. And that used to be, right, the front windows to the house. But I mean, it's here. We're gonna leave it. That's what it looks like. But we've done with the doors, got all this stuff out, and we have a pretty good plan in place now for what we're gonna do. And people always ask us too, like, you know, why do we always use Home Depot? Why do we use them for everything? Well, this is one reason. We have a Managed Pro account with Home Depot, and this is one of their clearance deals that we often get first dibs on because we have a Managed Pro account, because we do so much with them. And so we got that light for $45. So we always get cool deals like that, or clearance items where they're like, hey, we just got 20 vanities in on clearance. Do you want to buy them for $40 a piece? And we're like, yes, we do. So it's not just the discount of having the pro account and our cashback discount and the bid room discount. There are other perks as well to using Home Depot. And a lot of people think, oh, Home Depot is so expensive. It's like, well, it can be more expensive than your lumber yard if you're still looking at the list prices. But once you get into their deals, you can get much better prices. This is one of the bedrooms, and you can see, took the doors and trim. This here was a weird like vent thing coming from the basement because they had a wood burning stove down there with a fan, so they try and suck heat up from the fan, the wood burning stove, and then disperse it to the rest of the house. We're just getting rid of this. We don't need that, so that'll be gone. In here is the bathroom, which we are totally gutting. And we'll show you something really weird in here too, which I don't know what they were doing. But here's the old bathtub and tile. It was a mess. And we will put in just a regular surround in here. So much cheaper than doing tile, so much easier. And it will look almost as nice. Right here, they had like a custom vanity built into the wall. This is a huge pain to get rid of it. But the really weird thing, right there. So my contractor thought that was a laundry chute because it's kind of in the vanity and there's a little thing you lift up and you can drop stuff down there. But the laundry's up here on the main floor, and that literally drops into where the shower was downstairs. So we're like, huh, what was that? Was it a hiding space? Who knows? But that was kind of strange to have that right there. And back here, we've got the other bedrooms. As you can see, it's got hardwood throughout, so we'll refinish all that. And the windows were newer, so that's one thing we don't have to do because we are doing a lot of work on this house. We'll probably be in the, I think we can get it done in the $40,000 to $50,000 range. And boy, it should be worth $350,000 when we're done with it. Thanks to the increasing market, it's a pretty big house, and should be pretty nice when we're done. We'll have another probably $25,000 in other costs for selling costs, carrying costs, all of that. In here, you can also see the floor is out, the kitchen is out, patching up some of the walls with new sheetrock just because they're such a mess when we pulled out all the cabinets. And so we have the new kitchen already in the garage. We'll show you that. And then, yeah, here's the other half bath up here, which is common. I've seen this before in our floor plans quite a bit, but it just doesn't make sense to me to have your half bath back here. If you have guests you're entertaining, do you want them walking through your kitchen to get to the bathroom? It's sort of convenient if you're in the garage, I guess, or maybe the basement, you don't have a bathroom down there, but it's still just a half bath. And for me personally, it'd just be nice to have that in the master bedroom where it'd get used more than back here. But I didn't build the house or design it, so. And here's the laundry room I was talking about. There, I think, has always been a laundry room right here. It was built for it to be here, so don't know why that laundry chute would be going into the shower, and we'll show you that here soon. And something else really crazy down there as well. And here's our kitchen. And people ask me if we find stuff at houses sometimes. We found a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I think is what they're called in here. And I actually have my nephew look them up. Oh, God, it stinks in there like cats. I'm going to close that. But they weren't in really good shape, but apparently some of those were actually worth $50 to $100, even in horrible shape. So that's kind of cool. And then that got me on a kick of looking at my old baseball cards. And I've got a bunch of old cards from the 80s and 90s that I used to collect as a kid. And so I've been on a kick looking through all of those and seeing what they're worth. But the really crazy thing that I've never seen before is down here. And I'll give you a hint. It's right by that chalkboard, but it's not the chalkboard. Floor vents in the concrete slab. Now, I showed this before on Instagram and I think on TikTok, and people said it's actually kind of common in other parts of the country, but I've never seen it in Colorado. And they're in every room. They laid vents in the slab. And so from what I've heard, you have to be careful with them because they can rust, get really dirty, and be a giant pain. And what's also very strange, you can see them in every room, right here, we have vents up top too. So it's not just in the floor. They have vents on the ceiling and the floor. So I don't know if these weren't working very well back here and that's why they did that, but I'll show you the furnace here in a second. Just really weird, never seen that. But what we're looking at right here is our closet for kind of our bedroom back here. And if you saw the before video, those are new. We put in really nice big egress windows. So it should be a really nice big bedroom from now on. And then have a closet attached to it right here that'll be gigantic. And right here was where our bathroom was before. And you can see we totally gutted it. There's a huge shower here, tub, toilet. It was all rotten. It was all super old. So it all went away and is gone. And then, yeah, up here, there's your hole. We think was covered up by sheetrock. So we don't know what they use that for, but it's definitely set up to be used as, to put stuff in there. It wasn't just a random hole. So that's a strange one. But we're going to redo this bathroom, have a decent sized shower. Again, use this around to save us money. And new vanity, new toilet, new doors, obviously, new water heater. And we are, I think, going to put in a wood stove again, just because people do like that. And it's fairly affordable. $1,500, you can put in a nice stove, and it's still got the chimney attached and all that. So we'll do that. The mural will be coming down. New switches, lights, of course. And then right here, I don't know if you can see it very well. Here's the furnace. This black kind of vent there, that goes into the ground right there. And then it runs up into the vents up here. So this furnace actually supplies heat to the top of the basement, the upstairs, and the basement floor. And it's a new furnace. We just replaced that. And our HVAC guy said the furnace in here before was massive, just absolutely huge, way too big for the house. And after he saw the vents, like, well, maybe that's why, but it was still way too big for this house. So that's a new one for us, seeing the vents in the floor like that. So that's the basement. We've seen the upstairs and we'll take a quick peek at the backyard as well. All right, one quick thing, this door, it works well. We kind of tried to, well, it wasn't working well, clean it up, but it's just super dirty. So we are gonna replace that. We're not gonna leave that door. And then, of course, we had that big snow, which kind of helped destroy this deck even more. So we'll take that off, kind of replace some of these deck boards that are broken. We're gonna remove that guy, he's all rotten and destroyed. And some of these trees we'll have to take apart and get rid of them. But for the most part, we'll have a ton of work back here. And yes, we are going to paint the house. We had that poll on YouTube asking if we should keep this color or not. And I was surprised how many people like the color, but it still needs painted. They didn't do a very good job of painting it. And we're not gonna paint it this color again, just because it'd be very taste specific. We want more neutral colors. We want to appeal to more people. So even though some people might really love it and like it, we want to appeal to the most people, not just the far spectrums of people. So that's our plan. We're making progress. Hopefully the next month and a half, this will all be done. And we'll be able to show you what it looks like afterwards. All right, thanks for watching. Really appreciate all the support, the likes, the comments. Keep those coming. We'll have many more videos coming up of our other flips, of our rentals, buying a new property here this week that's really interesting. So be sure to follow us to see updates on those, new properties, rental information, advice information, all of that. All right, we'll be back. And of course, check out investormore.com for really in-depth articles on investing, and Amazon for our 9 books that also go into a ton of detail on how to actually do what we show you. All right, we'll be back.